This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, Megan Thee Stallion, her interview with Gayle King, a CBS morning special, is out today, by the way. And the trailer was running all weekend. And here is Megan Thee Stallion talking about getting shot.
It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But I never put my hands on anybody, and all I hear is this man screaming, he said, "Dance, bitch." And he started shooting. Like, he shot a couple of times. And I was so scared.
So is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window shooting. And I didn't even want to move because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
Were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before.
All right, well, Tory Lanez is being charged with 1 count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm in a manner that personally inflicted great bodily harm, and 1 count of carrying a concealed, loaded, and unregistered firearm in a vehicle. And an official court date is set for September this year.
I thought they couldn't talk about the case.
No, he can't. She's the victim.
Tory can't.
And he's the one that's being charged.
Gotcha.
So he can't, reference it or her or anything.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, listen, I love Gayle King, but when you're sitting with Gayle King, it always feels like you're on the defensive. In this case, Megan isn't on the defensive, right?
No.
She's, I guess, telling the story
She's
because she's never really gone into depth. She hasn't done any interviews about it, so this is the first time that she's done that. That's out this morning, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to weigh in. I saw a lot of people in the comments as well.
Yeah, because even though Gayle sits with a lot of people, when you think of Gayle, you think R. Kelly, you think the Jussie Smollett situation. So it just always feels like when you sit with Gayle, you're the one that's trying to convince people, if that makes sense.
And the real thing is, we don't know what happened yet. We don't know his full side. This is going to be our first time hearing her full side. A lot of people are weighing in with their opinions. We just don't know. And soon enough, I guess we'll hear both sides of the story. All right.
And it really won't matter until everything's laid out in the court of law. That's when all the facts will be out. Like now, it's just everybody's opinion on the situation, but in the court of law, it's all facts that we got to deal with.
All right, now, Oprah and Viola, a Netflix special event. Viola Davis, man, when I tell you, we just got a copy of her book today, Finding Me, and I cannot wait to read this book just based off of all the interviews and things that she said. But one thing that she talked about when she sat down with Oprah was her hygiene as a child, and just how shameful that can be when you don't have the means to even be able to buy soap at times to clean yourself.
We were both called because we smelled really bad that day.
Could you smell yourself? Did you know you smelled?
Yeah.
You did?
I didn't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any hot water. A lot of times we didn't have any soap. A lot of times we didn't even have any clean clothes. People don't realize that if no one shows you, then you have to figure it out on your own. And I didn't have the tools to figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
And then I was ashamed that I didn't have the tools to figure it out on my own. So then all I could do was swim in the shame.
Man, that's crazy. And she's from South
That's
Carolina.
A fact. You already know. That's a fact. A lot of people came to school musty back in the day. Didn't know it.
Yeah.
Well, no, she said she knew. She just didn't have the means. That's why the job of a teacher
I be
is
wondering
so
that, though.
important because, I went to school. I thought I was going to be a teacher in education. And I remember there was one student that would come to school. He always had the same clothes on. He didn't smell too fresh, but he had a lot of older brothers and sisters. He had hand-me-downs. A lot of times a coat would be dirty. He couldn't even eat. And other kids make fun of you for that. And you don't know what somebody's situation is at home.
That's true.
And what they're going through.
That is true.
That's right. Some things are just poor hygiene. Some things are actual poverty. So you just never know.
All right, so she talked about how she did grow up and how difficult it was for her without having gas or electricity at times.
We knew we were poor.
Yeah.
There's no, the plaster coming off the walls and always being hungry.
In Rhode Island, in cold Rhode Island.
Freezing, plumbing never working. You had to fill the bucket of water to put in the toilet to flush it. Never having a phone. And wetting the bed was a serious bedwetter.
You were a bedwetter till you were 14.
14. And one of our first apartments infested with rats. And I mean, at night, you had to put your hands over your ears so you couldn't hear them eating the pigeons on the roof at night.
Oh, wow.
And listening to them eat your toys at night and jump on top of you in the bed.
Wow.
What kind of rats eat pigeons? Rats eat pigeons?
Listen, I don't know if you've seen some
I
of these
didn't know
rats
rats
out
eat
here,
pigeons.
but
I ain't know. Rats eat pigeons? It's cannibal rats?
New York rats are different, but that wasn't in New York, was it?
no, I think
That
she just
wasn't
said
New York.
She just said Rhode Island.
Yeah, New York. I mean, maybe Rhode Island rats are different. I know New York rats is different.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. If there's rats in your house that eat pigeons, they can have the house. Okay? Like, here, take it. Y'all, I'm leaving.
You mess with y'all.
What? Can you imagine seeing
No.
a rat eat a pigeon?
I mean, I seen rats.
Man, come
I
on,
seen
man.
rats carry pizza slices. I seen rats do a bunch of different things. I ain't never seen me no pigeon.
Rats
Yeah,
will,
but a pigeon?
rats will eat anything too, like any type of carcass of any type of animal. They'll feed on that.
No, she ain't say carcass. She said pigeon, like the pigeon was alive. Like I've never seen that. And I've never seen a predatory rat. I'm not saying that they can't do it. I just never seen it. Lord have mercy.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
I'm trying to think.
What are you trying to think
Because
about?
usually rats are scared. If they see something like the rats dip off.
No, they don't.
I've never seen that.
Listen, some rats,
Rats
are very
eating
bold.
pigeons?
Rats chased you before you?
That mean the rats had to get on the roof.
I don't know if you've
Well,
seen
rats
some. of-
climb anywhere.
Just Google some New York City subway rats and you'll see.
Yeah, New York rats are just
Yeah, but I've
different,
never seen a rat eating an animal. Y'all seen a rat eating an animal?
A carcass, but of a dead animal. But look, actually, the first thing, if you put rats eating pigeons, that pops up, rat attacks a pigeon in Brooklyn. There's a whole video
Brooklyn,
of it.
them Brooklyn rats are different, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Well, I promise
Look, there's
you,
a whole
if I
bunch of
ever-
videos
all
of
right.
rats eating pigeons if you Google it.
Wow.
Moment rat is found
Damn,
attacking
mama.
and killing a pigeon.
Where they are located? New York?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know this 30 seconds ago.
New York rats is
But now we found out something new.
Well, Charlamagne, who you
Thank
giving
you,
the donkey
Viola
to?
Davis, for educating us. 4 after the hour, man, we need to talk about this brother named, what's his brother's name? Jeremy David Hanson of Rossmore, California. He's going to jail because of they. We'll discuss 4 after the hour.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.